Mega Man is a franchise that's been loved by both old school and new school gamers. Its gameplay was captivating to say the least. It is very difficult to find a gamer who is not familiar with the Mega Man franchise. Now in 2010, Capcom decided to search for new talents in order to drive the Mega Man fanbase to a new level. And in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the unreleased first-person shooter known as Mega Man Maverick Hunters. With the unexpected success of Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube, Capcom decided to give Armature Studios, the people behind the Metroid Prime series, a chance at their beloved Blue Robot. Capcom wanted a much more mature and darker side of Mega Man X to be portrayed in this title. As you see in this tech demo of the game, X's Buster has a much more realistic and intricate look to it. Several aspects of the franchise that have made it canon have planned to remain unchanged, such as his Buster abilities, his dashes, and his ability to absorb his fallen enemies' weapons. There were also new concepts added, such as different types of grenades as seen in the tech demo. X was also planned to have a human police officer as a sidekick to help him throughout the game. One interesting fact is that X's overall look was redesigned by the concept artist who was responsible for the Iron Man armor from the Marvel franchise. That would explain X's badass cyborg looking design. I really like how in previous Mega Man titles, X would traverse through all types of terrains and conditions. He would start on the ground, and by the end of the level he would be on top of a freaking airplane or some shit. It seems like this series was to follow the same concept. The game also seemed to have had a few quick button sequences. A bit different, but I would have welcomed it. I mean, it did work well in a few games, such as Resident Evil 4. The whole concept of ripping an enemy's arm off and using it against them I think is really cool. Now in case some of you were not aware, Mega Man X universe is set 100 years after the original Mega Man timeline. Humans and Reploids lived among each other side by side. Some robots became criminals known as Mavericks, the special task force created to take them out, known as Maverick Hunters. This first installation of the game was to follow X and possibly Zero in their efforts to stop Sigma from igniting a Reploid war on humanity. Capcom and Armature had planned a trilogy for this series of Maverick Hunter games. The third game would allow the player to take control of Zero as opposed to X. Unfortunately, this title had a very short development lifespan of only 6 months, but it's quite impressive as to what Armature did with the game in those short months. It is believed that the reason why it was cancelled is because Keiji Inafune was planning on leaving Capcom. And as many of you may know, Inafune is known as the father of Mega Man. Out of all the cancelled Mega Man games in the past, I think this is the one I wanted the most to come out. I feel that Armature would have done for Mega Man what they did for Metroid. They revived the series in a way no one was expecting, and it was awesome. It would have been interesting to see where they went with this series. I'm also a bit curious as to what Zero would have looked like in this game. Now sadly, given that this game was only in development for 6 short months, that's all we know of Maverick Hunters. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and check out my other videos while you're at it. I upload daily.